afternoon and welcome back to the Bioking Kitchen. How are we all doing today? Glad to have you with us. Oh, we have a camera issue. Yeah, there we go. Sorry about that. A few technical issues. How are we all doing today? We got anybody with us today?
Louise says, hi guys, hope you're well.
Hi Louise, hope you're well too. So today, as you may have seen by the description to this, we are not making a fillet of fish. So I am not going to go and switch the deep fat fryer on. So what we are going to make is a fish sandwich, similar, an homage to a fillet of fish that you get at a certain well-known fast food. We don't do fast food here, we do good food here. So the first thing I'm going to start with is not the fish. We're going to make some chips or some fries to go with our fish sandwich. What we're going to call it. You need to come up with a name for it. So if you're watching, we don't want to call it a fillet of fish, but we want to call it something. So if you come up with a good name, we need to sort out a wee prize for you. So I'm just going to take my sweet potato here, cut it into 1 centimetre strips. And then take those 1 centimetre strips and also cut them so we end up with some 1 centimetre sweet potato fries. So to get a bit more freedom this week with the lockdown, anybody doing anything exciting? I think we're a bit quieter this week, so people must be actually doing lockdown stuff, which is great. A few announcements today, so we'll maybe see if the live audience picks up a little bit before we make them, so we don't have to repeat ourselves.
Thomas said, afternoon, my lad.
Afternoon, Thomas. How are you today? So we're going to take our sweet potato batons, fries, sticks, those things. A couple tablespoons of olive oil. Some smoked paprika. Maybe about a teaspoon. Leave half of that in there. Got some sea salt. Again, probably about a teaspoon. A little bit of dill here. We're just going to use a little tiny bit of that. Again, we're going to use that flavour mostly in our fish. And we're just going to roll our fries around in that oil and herbs. Make sure everybody gets a nice coat, everybody gets to know the flavour, they all get to know each other. A little bit of black pepper. Cool. Wash the hands. As you can see, we're doing something a little bit different with the camera this week. So, a slightly wider angle. So you can see the whole kitchen area. And obviously, your lovely host. So we'll take our, put the oven on here. We'll take this nice hot baking tray. Get a bit of a sizzle here as they go on, hopefully. Space them out so they've all got plenty of room.
So Louise has said, Leslie took the dog a walk and nearly killed him. Poor Sean was buggered. That's the dog by the new wall.
Take it was a longer walk. So we're going to bang these back into the oven. Let them roast away. Next thing we're going to move on to, so I've got here some cod. This is our fish of the day. I just put it on some kitchen paper just to dry some of the excess water off it. Again, when you're cooking with anything at all that comes out of packaging, it's always good practice just to make sure you get any unnecessary moisture off the fish. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the skin off the back of it. Nice sharp knife. Give that a rinse off. Nice sharp clean knife. And we're just going to trying to keep our knife. So what I've got here is I've got the skin held in one hand. I've got the handle off the board so I can get the blade as close to the fish as possible. And take that skin off. That's one little fillet. Same with this guy. Skin off. So a nice three little fillets of cod there. So we're just going to season them up. So as I do, I have been wandering through the interwebs this week. Well, that's a couple of weeks ago. Found a cracking site called beyondliving.com. So I bought a couple of things. You got any foodies in your life or people who enjoy cooking? These are great wee things. So not sponsored by them, had to pay for them. Just giving them a plug because I like their stuff. So cheers. The first thing I got was a little peppercorn grater. Which comes with little peppercorns. So we're going to use it just to lightly season. Our cod. I think that was quite cool. And so if you fancy looking for something unusual, like a bit of a foodie in your life, beyondliving. Is it .com or .co.uk? It's .co.uk. So give it a little check out. The other thing I got was a sea salt grater. So nice big chunk of pink Himalayan sea salt. Again, it's not for use for like grating salt and pepper into your pasta pot or anything too big like that. But for seasoning things, nice fine season. That's fantastic. And we have a phone ringing in the background, which is always good. Okay, so we're going to do a fish two ways. One will be a nice crispy batter, similar to the one we've done with our prawns. The other one will be done with a panko breadcrumb, kind of special fish if you like. So we're going to do pretty much the same as we done with our prawns. And so at this point I realise I don't have any milk. So I'm looking at my production crew going to get some milk. So a couple of tablespoons of flour. Or sorry, just over a tablespoon of flour. Same of corn flour. I'm going to put some of our dill. About a teaspoon. So this is the batter we're making for the battered version. I'm going to take some fennel seeds. About a teaspoon. Half a teaspoon of smoked paprika. And a little bit of black pepper. A little bit of milk. Pop that in there. So who have we got with us today, Kaylee?
Just the people that have said time, not
Not a busy day in the
not
kitchen.
busy today.
Maybe people are just sick of learning how to make good food.
Mm.
So we're going to make this batter, and again, same rules as before. We're looking for something about the consistency of pancake batter. It's always important when you make a batter with flour. Once you've mixed up, leave it for 5 minutes or so, just to let all the flour absorb as much liquid as possible. And gives you a nicer, crispier batter. So that's our batter there. What we're also going to make is we're going to make our own tartar sauce today. Move those little things off to the side. A little wipe down. So what I've got in here is just plain, ordinary mayonnaise. It is branded mayonnaise, of course, because obviously we don't do off-brand mayonnaise. We do off-brand brown sauce, but not mayonnaise. Pickled gherkin. Again, nice thin slices. For that amount of mayonnaise, 1 gherkin will probably be plenty. Stack them up. Nice thin matchsticks. So, while I'm cooking away, we're a bit quieter today. Yesterday was a tough day. A friend of mine for a lot of years, 1 year anniversary of him passing yesterday. Some of you may know him, some of you may not. A guy was called Adrian McCallum. From the wrestling fraternity, you probably know him better as Lionheart. We lost Lionheart about a year ago yesterday. So had the pleasure of running into his parents last year at the Scottish Wrestlers Reunion meet-up down in here. So I know we all lost a friend and a brother within the industry, but you know they lost their son. So bit of a shout out to Adrian's parents, all of Adrian's friends. Had a bit of a tough day yesterday. I know Billy Kirkwood didn't do his usual Friday night show. He done a Saturday morning show this week instead. Because we've all known Adrian through different phases of his life and ours. So again, huge loss to us as a friend and the wrestling industry. So if you're looking down, mate, we're going to have a bit of a fillet-o-fish today. So next thing we're going to do is a small handful of capers. These are the traditional tartar sauce ingredients, and we're just going to run a knife through these as quick or as slow as you're comfortable with, but you want them a nice little fine dice. Fantastic. So right there we have some capers, some gherkin, a little bit of mayonnaise, pinch of pepper, a pinch of salt, and right there is where traditional tartar sauce stops. But we're not very traditional on this show, so we're going to add a couple of other things. We're going to take a little bit of our dill, put that in there, continue our smoky flavours, maybe about a quarter teaspoon of smoked paprika, and probably about a quarter of a teaspoon of sriracha. So that's going to be our special sauce. I don't know if that's worth a giggity or not. So basically what we're going to do is just take those ingredients, mix them thoroughly together. As far as mixing goes, because you've got that little bit of chili in there, that sriracha, and a little bit of the smoked paprika, that gives you a good indication. Once everything's all the same sort of pinky colour, you know it's well mixed. So we'll leave that off to the side. So we're going to start prepping our fish to go out of our deep fat fryer. Pull out a little bowl. Haven't mentioned the Michelin star today, so I'll just mention it now. It's my Michelin star. I'm going to pop my fries, which are not technically being fried, out. Give them a quick. This will either be tremendous or a huge mistake. Yeah, somewhere in the middle. Again, turn them over, flip them over, give them a move about, put them back in the oven. See, these should take about 15-20 minutes in total. So plenty of time there. So the first fish we're going to do today is the panko breadcrumb version. Egg, bowl, egg. It's a bit Tommy Cooper, but go with that. Mix up your egg. Ideally, you do this with a fork. Don't have a fork, I'm doing it with a spoon. That's how much talent I have. So again, usual panny type of approach. So first off, we are going to take our flour, our fish. So put our fish into our flour, get a good coating on there, tap off any extra, into our egg, make sure it gets a good coating, and then into our panko breadcrumbs. Nice thick coat of panko on there to protect the fish from the harsh heat in the fryer. Fantastic. So, Keely, you want to play the t-shirt bumper for me?
Not like the video.
Yep. And then we come back and talk about a couple of the channel announcements. Okay, so we're back. So we just dropped our fish in there. We've got that in there about 175. Just going to let that go till it's golden brown. So instead of the bouncy, floury, tasteless roll you get at McDonald's, we're going to use a nice piece of ciabatta, freshly baked stone baked ciabatta. What we're going to do is run a knife through that to give us our 2 rolls. And I'm going to stick that in our oven as well just to heat through it. Put it up nice and high.
Alison said Becky's watched it during night I watched them, and then she said sacrilege to do any sauces unbranded.
I know. So now that we'll get Mrs. Ferguson in the room, I'm going to tell you about next week's episode. So as the social distancing lockdown rules are starting to ease up a little bit, we'll do something a little bit different next week. And next week's going to be a kind of teaser to what the real Pieces to Eat was always meant to be. So next week, we are going to do a Ready Steady Cook episode with a guest. Mrs. Ferguson is going to be the guest. So she'll be sitting over here, some 5-6 feet-ish away. She's going to bring a bag of Sean with her. I'm not going to know what it is. And we're going to have a bit of a chat. I'm going to cook. And hopefully at the end of it, she'll have some lunch. So that's what we're doing next week. So when we put the announcement up for it, please share it. Please get it out there. Let's get as many people watching as possible. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I'll give you a little sneak peek about what's coming in the future as far as Pirate King TV goes. So put a quick little check on my fish and some wine. That'll need about 4 to 6 minutes, a fairly small piece of fish. While that's happening, we'll prep our second piece of fish. So we made our batter earlier on. It's looking fantastic. So we're going to drop our fish into that. Move it about a bit, make sure again it's all covered and lovely and all those flavours are getting to know each other. So the other thing we're going to start doing, I'm stalling for time to put this other piece of fish in before I tell you that. So as a brand, are we a brand?
Yes.
As a thing, that's what we are. We are going to launch next week a Patreon page. And that Patreon page will have a few different levels on it. The reason we're doing this is not to make a fortune, it's not to make money. What it is to keep the quality of the content there and also give a little bit back to the community. So there's going to be 3 levels. Currently there's 3 levels to the Patreon page. So like that, just sit there. Level 1 is a general support page. We're going to open up a controlled group in Facebook. So all the recipes, the mounts, the physical process steps will be posted to the Patreon page. So on a Saturday, this will still be free. When we do the episodes, it'll still be free. It'll still be on YouTube and Facebook. We're not taking anything away. But I tend to just run through and go a tablespoon of that, 2 tablespoons of that. You have to go through and watch the video to get your recipe list. What we're going to do on the Patreon page, we will list those things. So that if you're a Patreon supporter, you'll find it all in one place. We'll also do some extra content, which will be on Patreon. So that's for the first level. And also as a Patreon, you'll get a discount to Pirate King TV merch or equipment. So I'm currently looking to source chef knives that I use, and as a Patreon member, you'll get a bit of a discount there. So that's tier 1. To bring out that little bit of golden loveliness while I'm chatting. Next thing I'm going to do is put this in. This is our battered fish, or a lightly battered fish. So tier 2, and again, none of these tiers are expensive. I think the first tier is £3, second tier is £5. What you get for that is you get everything tier 1 plus twice a year you'll get yourself a piece of Pirate King TV merchandise. So it might be a t-shirt, might be a hat, might be a tea towel, might be something else funky that we're doing. But twice a year you'll get that t-shirt for free as part of your Patreon membership. Stick a fish in there. Take our lightly warmed buns out. Nothing worse than a cold bun. What you also get in tier 2 is a personal video or personal show. So if you give us a message and go, look, got an anniversary coming up, big birthday, friends coming over for dinner, anything like that, and I want to know how to make beef stroganoff, I need to know how to make beef Wellington or whatever, any dish at all. I'll come out here into the kitchen with all your ingredients. I'll record a video of me making it, showing you how to make it in real time, and then you get that video. And that'll be your personal playbook on how to make that dish. So you get that a couple of times a year. And the last tier is basically all of that stuff, plus It's a little bit more expensive, and I don't know how many people will bring it. It's a tenner a month. You get the t-shirts twice a year. You get 2 personal videos as you need them. Get access to the Patreon only page with the recipes and tips. You'll get access to Patreon only content, and you also get to sit there and have me make you lunch. Be part of the show. So you can choose what you want to have that day because you're the Patreon. And we'll sit here, we'll record it, we'll have a bit of a chat about food or whatever you want to talk about. So those are our 3 Patreon levels. Now, when I say we don't want to make money out of this, we don't. It's not about money. All the profits from the Patreon page will go directly to Bipolar Scotland. It's a charity that I have a lot of time for, a lot of respect for, and I've been personally involved in before. And I want to give something back to people that have helped me and helped people like me for years. So that's what we're doing. We're creating a Patreon page. Please take advantage of it. It's only a couple of quid. It's less than 1 drink a month. You'll get some cool content over and above the free content we already do. You'll get access. It's like having a little pilot in your pocket. You can drop a message, get a video, whatever, anytime you have a cooking dilemma, and if I can help you, I will. And you also get to be star of the show. So we'll launch that next week. Have a look at it. If you can afford to take part, great. If you can't, fully understand, difficult time, difficult world we're living in. The Saturday cook-alongs will always be here. They might not be every week when we go back to normality, but the show will be, and the Q&As will be. So still plenty of pirate content if you don't want to join the Patreon page. Okay, sales pitch over. Any comments, any feedback from that, Kales?
No, Christian might say it's a batch, not a bun. Love the pattern support.
What?
Love the pattern support.
That's wrong. So it's not a batch either, Mr. Smarty Pants Michael. It's a ciabatta. Or hibata? Shibata? It's the roll I'm using for this. I'm using it as a bun. So we have our bun adjacents. Bottom of our bun adjacents. A little bit of Japanese mayo. If you're not using Japanese mayo yet, you're a fool. You've been told. We even do it in Tesco now. They call it Yo Sushi are doing their branded version of this. We're going to take some nice salty salad leaves. None of that filth you get in, well, I better not say the name of the brand. Other brands of filth are available.
Claire Ansel said, if I pay extra, will you dress as Jesus again?
Well, maybe. If you want that for your own personal, if you want to go into that mid-tier Claire, and give me some notice, you can have that as your own personal video of me dressed as Jesus. So we've put our homemade tartar sauce plus on there. This is some cheddar cheese with chives. Again, just layering the flavour up. We are going to remember where we put our fish. I put it in the oven to keep it warm because I'm a cooking professional. No, I'm not. So this is offering one. It's technically a cod katsu for all the people that watch the Chinese episode. So we got a nice piece of cod, seasoned, panko breadcrumbs. My wife is having a giggity moment in the corner because she's all about the Fillet-O-Fish. So that is hot. that on there. And that is your first thing, which is not a fillet-o-fish. I just want to give that bad boy another couple of minutes. Any comments or feedback there from anybody out there?
No. You thought it's quiet. I do it's quiet.
So our fries are pretty much there. Just going to leave them for a minute. So if you can't wait for the Patreon and you still be interested in any of the Pirate King TV merch, drop a message below and we'll get back to you. So this is a battered fillet, which is equally as delicious and lovely. We're still going to take our bun, or our bun analog. We'll take our sweet potato fries, a little bit of salt. We'll stack these up.
Louise said, can you use any type of fish, or is cod the best?
You can use any type of fish. You just make sure you adjust your cooking time. If it's a flatter, thinner fish, it'll take a lot less, and you probably need a couple of patties per roll. Cod's quite thick. Cod and salmon are good because it gives you a nice mouthfeel, giggly. Over and above that, any fish will do. That was Joseph, isn't it? Well, probably the worst impression of Joseph ever. We'll see how we just now. Bit of a tidy down. Do you want to do the like, share, subscribe, and we'll look at cutting these bad boys open. And since your mother's hovering. Okie dokie, appreciate the lighting's not been great today. Really sunny day. We went for a much wider shot when the light was a bit calmer. So apologies for that. Maybe when you watch it back, it'll be a duller day, so it won't show up as much. So those are our two. Can you see them? Is that So that is our two not fillet fishes with our not fries on this lovely summer day. So the last thing I want to do before I let the Horby's masses into this, take some lemon zest, fresh lemon zest over our fries. And some more of our sexy pink salt. So that's us, guys. That's our episode today. Please like and share, both on this episode and upcoming ones. If you're interested in the Patreon page, look out for that. Please try the recipes at home. If you're just joining the channel today, there's plenty of stuff on the videos section of Pirate King TV. Go in, if you don't fancy this recipe, I'm sure there's something there you'll fancy. Look out for next week when we do our Ready Steady Cook episode with our studio guest. Keep supporting the channel. Thank you so much. And I look forward to cooking for you guys again next week. Any last comments or feedback before we sign off for today?
Just for looking well yummy. Happen.
Good stuff.
Already done.
Okay, so thanks again for joining us. Always a pleasure being invited into your home. Hope what you've seen today, something is of use to you. So I'm the Pirate King. Eat like a king, cook like a pirate. Thank you so much. Hit my music.